welcome in emergency last second podcast, episode 43, Big Boys League. Sherrone Moore fired. Arrested. Fired, then arrested. We were supposed to talk Lions, but we gotta talk to Sherrone here. So we'll mix in some Lions. We'll talk a little Tigers. And we have a very special guest who we will meet in a second. All right, we're going to get straight to business. We have so much to talk about. What a wild last couple hours. Before we get into it, though, Mitchell, please introduce yourself to the podcast. We know you've been listening for a while. You didn't quite make it to the stage, but you were up there for BBL Fan of the Year last year. Introduce yourself. What's your name? Where are you from? And where do your sport loyalties lie?
All right, Mitchell, also known as Tron. BBL Fan of the Year, whether I got the award or not. I've been in every giveaway, every contest. Currently leading the BBL Fantasy League.
Whoa.
I didn't set my lineup this week because I was just so assured that it's a lock. Can't let the seeding get too high. Sports, Michigan grad, Detroit everything. New York base, so got a little New York bias in there. But all Michigan, all Detroit.
All right, and we're excited to have you on. Could not be a better day to have you on the podcast, having you make your debut. By the way, guys, this was planned for a couple of days now. We were going to come on. Tron is our baseball expert. He has a lot of thoughts on Tarek Skubal. We were going to talk Tigers. But some insane news in the last couple hours developing out of Ann Arbor. The rumors, there's been a lot of smoke and some rumors about Sherrone Moore over the last month or so, and they were so wild that I said no shot. Like, this is so ridiculous, no shot. They were all true. Michigan fires Sherrone Moore today with cause. Sherrone Moore then turns around and gets arrested. We don't know officially what for, but Sherrone Moore is currently he is in Saline, I believe. He was taken in handcuffs and taken to the local jail there. So, Tron, excited to have you breaking this down. What does this mean for Michigan football? Who is the guy moving forward? First and foremost, though, just your reaction to what happened today.
I mean, let's be honest. Things didn't go our way. 9-3, that's not how we do it in Michigan. I mean, we need better. I just want to say 2-3 weeks from now, white smoke comes up out of the big house. We got a new guy. There's 4 names I want to hear, okay? Number 1, easiest, probably, all 4 of these are home run hires. Jesse Minter, Chargers DC, Michigan man, Raven scheme, got a little John Harbaugh influence in there. He's going to bring us back to the Harbaugh days. Beautiful. Miracle hire, John Gruden.
My God!
Exactly. Is that a little too much for Ann Arbor? Maybe. DeBoer. That's the home run. $7 million buyout. Can we make it happen? Would he throw away what he's got at Bama right now? I don't know. I got 2 sneaky names for you, okay?
Okay.
First one, Brian Daboll.
Whew.
He started his LinkedIn up. He's looking for a gig.
A lot of
Brian
experience in
Daboll.
college.
Yeah, famously known as the Giants coach, right? But Bills OC developed Josh Allen. He knows quarterbacks. Also, Pat's assistant in the glory days. OC at Bama. And the QB coach. We need someone for Bryce. We need a QB coach. That brings me into my number 1 guy, sneaky hire, Joe Brady. Bills OC, worked 2 years prior as the Bills QB coach with Josh Allen. Panthers OC, obviously those years weren't great. But besides that, passing game coordinator at LSU, JJ, Jamar, and Joe Burrow. Any 4 of those, I'm as happy as possible.
So I love it. Shooting for the stars. And you should be, though. Like, Michigan should be. Like, those are names that, if you're Michigan, you should be able to go out and hire a name like that. I love all 4 or 5 names that you just threw out. I obviously have a lot of thoughts here on Sherrone, but I want to go over to Rebelette. As a SECer, as someone down south looking into the Big Ten, what is your reaction?
Bailout is the first thing. That's what I texted some Michigan buddies of mine. It's a bailout. Similar to Mel Tucker. Wow. I mean, you guys, it's just so lucky that he's the worst coach of all time and he's fireable for cause. So good job there. That's lucky. I'm kind of burnt out of the whole coaching carousel thing, given all the Ole Miss drama. I've done my time the last couple months. I'm out of the loop now. I have no idea where you guys go. Kind of curious where that is, but I mean now it's so late where you can't go get another coach out of college. That's like obviously no, way too late for that. I mean maybe DeBoer, but now DeBoer is in a similar situation as Lane, but I think DeBoer has a heart where I don't think he's gonna unless Bama loses, they get bounced week 1. But that portal opens up here pretty soon. I can't imagine him on a dime like this turning around and jumping ship. I don't know. Unless Bama wants him out. Weird. But I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a big brand in Michigan. That's a big opening. Hopefully Lane, maybe you guys give Lane a call. He doesn't care. But no, it should be interesting to see where you guys go, and it's especially interesting because I mean, the coach is one thing, but you have to retain Bryce Underwood. That's simple as that. So that's kind of do you bring in the offensive mind solely to hold on to Bryce for 2 more years and see how that goes? Because I don't know if you bring in some DC from, if you bring in Minter, I don't know how that looks with Bryce. Like, what's more of a priority, getting Minter in or keeping Bryce? That's where it's like, I don't know, like what you guys do, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. We'll see how it turns out. But definitely good news for you guys. So should be fun. Can't get worse, really. Like you're not losing a dog and Sherrone Moore. So should be cool.
No,
should be interesting.
You're totally right. And one thing, I got to back up real quick because I realized we just dove right into it. And I never really – I'm guessing if you're listening to this right now, you've heard the news. But just to kind of lay this out there, Sherrone Moore was fired not for the performance on the field. He was fired for cause because he had an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. And then he was arrested for maybe a crash out because of his firing. So that's what's happening. And you're absolutely right. It's like I'm a Michigan fan. Tron went to Michigan. The jokes and the things that we were saying about Mel Tucker a couple years ago, and then happens to us. Very, very similar to Michigan. But I agree, Ty, as far as like the bailout goes, I can't imagine Michigan was that upset to find out that they had a way out of that Sherrone contract without paying him a dime and can go get somebody else. Because I saw a tweet a couple weeks ago, and it said that if Michigan were to fire Sherrone Moore, they would be a top 2 job in this year's coaching cycle. And Sherrone Moore would not even be a candidate at another Power 5 school. And I felt like that was spot on. And so yeah, I think whatever direction they go is going to be an upgrade. Wild story, which continues to happen with this Michigan football team over the last 5-6 years. Just these insane stories. But whoever they get next, I think will be an upgrade. Now, to both your guys' points, I think retaining Bryce has got to be priority 1. And for that reason, I think you've got to be thinking offensive-minded coach. Now, the Minter is really interesting. The Minter name is really interesting. I don't remember how long it is, but doesn't he have a show cause in college football from the Stallions thing?
It will be August of 25 or 26.
I got you. Okay.
I believe
so
it will be available for game time. And August might be incorrect, but it would be for next year. Okay. And to piggyback off what both of you guys said, obviously Minter sounds bad, defensive-minded, retaining Bryce. But from what I've heard, reports are first quarter of Oklahoma and first games of Ohio State, Sherrone took the reins from Chip Lindsey, Michigan's OC, shut down the game plan, reverted to his ways. You bring in Minter, defensive guy. Maybe you can let Chip Lindsey cook. I mean, he's the guy. Basically, you can credit for Amarian Hampton's legacy performance years at UNC and Drake May. I mean, he knows how to move the ball. He knows how to get the passing game going. So if you can get a guy who can kind of unshackle Chip Lindsey at the same time, maybe we can see some strides there.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like that. And I think I liked the Chip Lindsey hire coming into the season, and then the offense was abysmal, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense because that's not what we saw at North Carolina. But the name that would be the most excited about, and I know it's probably the most out of box one, but it's John Gruden. I mean, how electric would John Gruden be? And what's interesting there is that he has been saying for a long time he wants to get back into coaching, and he said he's even open to college jobs. Like if he could get a big time college head football coaching job, he would love that. So that would be number one for me. What's really interesting to me, and it's the smoke. There's a ton of smoke on social media right now that supposedly Kalen DeBoer does not love it in Tuscaloosa. And it's not a great fit. I mean, he's from the Midwest. Most of his coaching was up in the Midwest. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was he not the head coach at Eastern Michigan? Maybe the OC?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he's from the Midwest. He's from the area. Supposedly it's not working out well. He doesn't love it down in Alabama. How awesome, Ty. If Kalen DeBoer to Michigan happens, Lane Kiffin never coaches a game at LSU, and he jumps and goes to Alabama.
I don't think Bama wants him. Bama wouldn't even give him a call, I don't think. I mean, Lane obviously their fans say one thing, and I'm not sure what they actually think, but from the fans thing, I tweeted at some LSU people when the Lane thing went down, and I'm like, just wait till that Bama job's open. And I got flooded with Bama people saying, God, he won't get a call. It's the last thing we want. So, I mean, the fans are totally out on Kiffin, just, I think, based on character alone. So that'd be really funny, but I just don't know if Bama's even interested. But then where do they go? They're in your shoes now. It's like,
right.
Fingers going to get an NFL guy. And it's just like weird, dude. It's a weird carousel right now. So, I don't know. That'd be really fun. I think it'd be hilarious. But,
well,
we'll see.
To wrap this up, I do want to say right before we hopped on, Michigan beat reporter. Michigan, I don't like the Michigan beat. It is, I feel like they're never accurate on anything. But Michigan beat reporter did put out that it sounds like Michigan already has their next head coach candidate in mind, and that you could see an announcement as soon as like this weekend. So it sounds like that's what the beat's reporting, is that they're moving very quickly. So as we wrap this up, give me a name, or give me an idea of who you think it is. Rebelette, we'll start with you. Who's coaching Michigan next year?
Oh God, dude, I couldn't even throw you a name. I think it has to, my guess right now is it has to be internal. Someone Bryce likes. That's the what's it called?
Biff?
Knee-jerk reaction. I think you just gotta go instantly, kind of like how we did with Pete Golding. You gotta go someone now. You need someone now. Essentially, you have to keep your quarterback. Who's he like? You go there and reevaluate as things goes on. But I think the more time you waste searching, if you guys take a month, I mean, Bryce Young is just like, or Bryce Underwood. I mean, just like there's millions of dollars waiting for him anywhere. So it's like, 9. So I think you go internal. And just kind of coast with it, and kind of step one is retain Bryce. So I might guess it's internal, and not know y'all staff good enough to give you a name. So that's my guess.
Tron.
Well, like you said, Michigan beat reporter said we might be able to see a name this week. The same Twitter account that leaked the Sherrone Moore allegations 2 weeks ago did tweet today that Michigan is willing to pay the $7 million buyout for DeBoer.
Well,
listen, I don't think that it's probably not my number one most likely thing. The guy was right about the first one. Bring him back. It would be cool. If it's Brian Kelly, I might never watch a game. He did also recruit Bryce, so I don't know. But I could see them sticking with Biff long term. I mean, our offense was humming the 2 games with Biff. He's the interim head coach right now, so I'll be interested to see.
So you just took my guess out of my mouth, where I'm actually going to say it's Biff. Because Michigan, I like to think Michigan will go out, make a splash hire, do the right thing, but for whatever reason, Ward Manuel doesn't take big swings, I feel like. He likes the continuity. I feel like I'm always underwhelmed. I think it might be Biff. I really do. I think they might extend Biff, and I love Biff. If we get Biff full time in the sweatshirt cutoffs on the sideline, that would be. I'm down for it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll continue to update. But what a wild story! I didn't want to talk too much about the Sherrone stuff because we just don't know what's going on yet. Like, we don't know the full story of what happened. Why did he get arrested? What in the world is going on with him? But inappropriate relationship with a staffer. Millions and millions of dollars gone, no buyout for him, and he has a show cause that kicks in the moment he gets fired from Michigan. So good luck getting another coaching job in college football. And I don't think you're an NFL coach. So tough scene for Sherrone. All right.
Hope he pulls it together. Hope it ends
Trivia?
for him.
Yes, we are moving on to trivia. And I've been fuming since I got my answer wrong last week. So, Ty, take it away.
Mitchell, did you watch it, by the way? Did you watch that?
Not.
Adam's question was 2015?
2015.
Playoff was Michigan State. Remind me the 3, Adam?
Michigan State, Alabama.
Clemson.
I think Clemson. Who was the 4th team? He got it wrong.
Ohio State.
No, that's what he said. It's Oklahoma.
I said Ohio State so confidently,
yeah,
too.
He said it so fast. Yeah, it's Oklahoma.
Really?
So, Hartley, yeah. I think you're 1-1, Hartley.
No, 2016 had to be pre-Kyler.
Baker, I believe.
Baker, I think it was Baker.
Really?
Yeah, it was Baker. Yeah.
But,
I am.
From that year is Derrick Henry scampering down the field.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking the following year, Ohio State got killed 2016 playoffs against Clemson, and that's what I was thinking. So, all right, I'm 1-1. I am 1-1 so far on the trivia. Our guests are like 0-2. So
I got one for you.
Let's see what you have.
And these ones I think are very attainable today.
Okay.
All right, Hartley, we'll go with yours first. Which college football program has the most Heisman Trophy winners?
USC.
Final? That's correct, yeah. That was good.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, these ones aren't bad. Mitchell, what 2 teams are tied for the most Super Bowl wins in NFL history?
49ers and the Patriots.
Final?
Not confident.
The answer is the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh.
All right. And we
Do I get half a
move.
point?
Yeah, you get a half.
Okay.
You guys,
Half a
the guys
point.
go to 0-3-1.
Yeah.
49ers really not?
I'll see that many.
That's
Is that
Schefter.
Doc?
That's Schefter. The boar has landed in the nest.
Do we have
What
breaking
is
news
that?
on the pod right
Do you
now?
have a home phone in
That's
your
the
apartment?
doorman calling up.
That's crazy.
Oh, that is awesome. All right.
Let's go.
Let's get into NFL talk. This is what we were planning on talking about today. We're going to break down Lions, Cowboys. Haven't spoken to you guys since that game. And then we're going to talk Lions, Rams. And then we're going to talk the insanity of the NFC and the Lions' playoff chances down the stretch. So, Ty, why don't you kick us off? Thoughts on
Sure.
Lions, Cowboys game. To you, what did you take from that game? Did that mean much to you? Did that move you much? Or are you just happy with the dub and you need to see it against the Rams?
Of course it moved me. I think we're emotional fans. It's a good win. Really good win. Defense looked decent. I mean, I thought that game was going to be 50-50. It was a good win. Jameer Gibbs is really good at football. Still not sold on, like, I'm not thinking we're winning the bowl yet, but, like, good win. Had to have it. Good to see him go out there and win pretty handedly, too. We had to lead the whole time. Got dicey there close to the end, but good to have a lead the whole game. Guys looked good. Very positive. Nothing I'm super stoked about, but really good win. Really happy with it. Pretty solid stuff. Nothing too crazy either way. Very, very happy with it though.
All right. I feel very similar. Offensive line protected well. Jared Goff was not, I don't know, sacked once, twice. It was not 6-7 times like we've been used to seeing against a pretty good defensive front. I didn't mean to do that. I swear on my life. Defense played really well. Defense finally got some pressure on the quarterback, and that turned into turnovers. We haven't seen turnovers out of this defense in a long time. We haven't seen pressure on the quarterback out of this defense in a long time. They got out of Dak. Now, CD was cooking the secondary before he went out in early third quarter. He had like 130 yards and was dicing it up. And then George Pickens kind of gave up there at the end. So I'd be really frustrated if I was a Cowboys fan. But I need to see it against the Rams. I need to see how you look against the Rams. And we're going to get to that game in a second, but that's where I'm at. Tron, what about you?
Totally agree. Rams is a see it game. I mean, elite pass rush. Team's been nasty lately. I got two big takeaways from the Lions game. Number one, this year, maybe the first year since the Glover Quinn days, I can say the linebacker play has been incredible. Healthy Derek Barnes looked incredible out there. Anzalone's flying around, and Jack Campbell is a run stopper. I mean, you've got three good pieces there. Malcolm Rodriguez on his way back. Like you said, Goff sacked once, whereas Dak was sacked 5 times. Definitely our best ratio of the year. And my last piece is Jameson Williams has seemed to take the step. Been some shaky games. We're starting to get those crossing routes going. He leads the league in average speed per route at like 15.5 miles an hour, and he leads the league in 18-mile-an-hour routes, at least hitting that speed on a route. Too fast, crossing routes seem to have taken over. If the pass block can hold, I mean, he's gone. So glad to see it, but next week is going to be big.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought up J-Mo because I agree with you. I feel like, obviously he took a big step last year, his 1,000-yard receiving season, had a big year. And all offseason the talk was like, no, he's going to take an even bigger step this year. And didn't see it under Johnny Mo, and he's kind of hot and cold with him. But it feels like, this is one thing I wanted to talk about before we move into the Rams game, because I think this ties in. It feels like Dan is starting to settle in to the play calling a little bit. He's starting to get a little bit better, crisper, understanding what he wants to call and understanding what's working for this offense. This offense is a lot of boom or bust, and I feel like that's how it had been the majority of this year. And I feel like Dan's kind of dialing in, and he's understanding, okay, I've got Jameson Williams, I've got Jahmyr Gibbs. Let me just get these guys the ball in space and let them work. Like where, historically it was a lot of, scheming things up downfield, some trick plays, creativity. A lot of the game plan has been just get Jahmyr Gibbs and J-Mo the ball in space. And I think we're seeing that the yards after the catch. Jahmyr Gibbs is probably the best player in football right now. Like who's playing better in the league than Jahmyr Gibbs right now? And you're going to need explosive plays. You're going to need to put up points to beat the Rams next week. So let's transition into that game, just kind of setting the stage. Rams, currently the 1 seed in the NFC. Stafford's an MVP candidate, of course. And Lions go on the road to the Rams. The Lions have not won 2 straight games since October, by the way. The Lions have been win-loss, back-to-back since October. So have not won 2 straight games since October. And you're going into a situation where if the Lions want any chance of staying in the division race, you have to win this weekend. And even though it's not technically a must-win to get into the playoffs, 11 wins does not guarantee you a playoff spot this year. It's a must-win. It's a must-win for the Lions. Like, I'll get to the scenarios in a second, but it's essentially a must-win for the Lions. You got the Legion of Whom going against Devontae and Puka. They went against Lamb and Pickens last week. So, big matchup. 4:30 kickoff. It's the same time as the Packers-Denver Broncos game, which we will also be watching because that means a lot. Ty, confidence level, do you feel like the Lions can go into LA and pull this off?
I give us a lot more of a chance than the Bucs are giving us. Was it 5.5, 6, 5.5?
5.5, 6 at some places.
I give us a lot more credit than that. They're a much better team, significantly better in basically every facet besides Jahmyr Gibbs. I have a hard time thinking we can't keep up with them, especially indoor. I totally think we can. Totally think this is coverable, especially indoors. I think we can definitely have a chance to win this game. I don't think we're playing a team that's like what was it, 2 years ago we played Baltimore. That's a game where I was like, okay, I can see it getting out of hand, and it totally did. Like, it was disgusting. This is nothing. I can't imagine that they just beat us by sheer firepower in the second or within that receiver. Like, I think we can kind of play the game similar to how I looked at it last week. Like, yeah, their defense is better, but also it's like in a dome, especially, I just think we can go out there and we can score and keep up with them. Yeah, they'll score their points, sure, but same thing how we thought it'd go against Dallas. It's like, kind of just keep scoring and then things happen. Now, they're a lot better than Dallas, but similar fear. I think it's totally coverable, totally winnable. I think we'll have a chance to go win it. And I just have a hard time having no faith when we're indoors. Because at any given game, we could score 40 if we're inside. Outside's a whole different thing. That's like, all right, go win somehow. Inside, go ball. We can play inside. So I'm feeling good. Decent. I give us a chance. Yep.
Before I go over to Tron here, I want to say a stat that when I saw this, I was actually shocked by this, and I want to know if you guys feel the same way. Do you know the Lions have scored more points than any team in the NFL this season?
Which is crazy.
That's crazy. Because
it feels like we're terrible.
They've had performances of 9, 17. Like, they have had, what was that? We 9 twice. They've scored 9 twice, I believe. So kind of crazy to think about. Tron, what is your confidence level? Can the Lions go in this game?
I'm not going to come out and say, yes, easy win. One thing I want to say, which kind of piggybacks off my Jamison Williams picking up, the last 2 years we've seen Jamison Williams be a clear-out guy, run the deep route, pull a safety away. But over the last 2 years, we've seen this trend of 2 high safeties kind of in response to these high-powered offenses like Miami's prime when they looked unbeatable, Cincinnati, Minnesota, 2 high safeties. What good does a clear-out guy do with 2 high safeties? Not much. I feel like in the last 3 weeks, the Lions have done a good job of getting stuff over the middle. Instead of using J-Mo as a clear-out guy, get him across the field. The Rams run 74% zone coverage with high safeties. So they're one of the top 5, I think, teams with zone coverage. There's going to be big holes all over the field. Get ASB on those choice routes, Gibbs out of the backfield, J-Mo in space. We don't need the whole clear out, send J-Mo on the go ball. We got to pick up yards. We can't go for the home run shot, and the pass rush has to hold. That was kind of a tongue twister. Pass rush has to hold. And I think we can put up 40 points on this team. We haven't – the days that they're firing on their edges, it's hard to beat them. We got 2 great tackles. Sewell and Decker hold up. If Decker's fully healthy, I'm not completely sure, but I don't see us having a problem scoring. Got to generate some turnovers, stop their run game. Corum and Kyron have looked good, but easily solvable, and make them beat us.
I love it. I'm going to take it a step farther. Why am I confident? I mean, maybe you guys can talk me off the ledge here, but why am I confident that this is it? Like, this is the moment. This is the signature win. This is the Lions that we've been waiting for all season. Backs against the wall. It's a must-win. You're almost a touchdown underdog on the road. Nobody expects you to win this game. But to kind of Tron's point right there, and you take a look at these rosters from top to bottom, like, the Lions shouldn't be a touchdown underdog to anybody in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this is one of those Dan Campbell games. The guys are going to get up for it. It's a gotta have it. You got the Legion of Whom back there. But can you make enough plays in the secondary, come up with a pick, force a fumble, force enough field goals to let the offense go to work? I'm going to take the Lions on the money line.
I like it. Use hype me
I'm going
up.
to take the Lions to win this week. And there's two things there's one thing you can do against this Lions team, and that's pass the ball and shred them a little bit in the secondary, but they're a lot bend, don't break. The one thing the Lions don't allow is teams to run the ball on them. And that's what the Rams want to do. The Rams play more 13 personnel in the league than anybody else in the league. They want to set up the pass game with the run game, very similar to what the Lions do. And the Lions just don't allow you to run the ball on them. So I am feeling oddly confident that this is the game the Lions turn it around and we all get bought back in and say this is a team that can compete in the playoffs.
Let me add something here, just from analyzing last week. Who's the 3 in LA receiver?
Whittington.
Parkinson.
I think I was gonna say, I think it's that one of those. They always used to rotate, but
Yeah, because
Probably
they don't
bet
use
on
a
him.
third. They don't use a third receiver a whole lot.
Got Tutu out.
probably should throw some money at someone because of last week. I mean, CD and Pickens, we didn't shut them down because CD played well, but as a group, they had 200 yards, which I think is a total win, which we did. Like, watching that game, whoever 19 was on Dallas, it's frying. Because we
Illinois.
had, I think we had 7 dudes guarding CD and George. And I think it has to be the same scheme this week. So,
Yeah.
just maybe a little weird little touchdown guy throw in there, probably plus money on some random guy, but I think we're gonna have. We're gonna have
what's
guys,
his name?
Is that who it is?
Yeah, the Mumpkins or Mumford or he scored. You know who I'm talking about. That's your guy. I like this. I like where your
I
head's
think
at,
we do the
Ty.
same scheme. You have to but Puka's a different beast. I'm a little worried. I'm not sure if he's actually guardable, but and then Devontae's just a red zone merchant, so we'll see how that goes. But
Not
I don't know. We'll see how we come out.
Inside the 3-yard line. I mean,
There's 0. It's a fade every time. Like, it's Calvin. It's disgusting. I get
Rock's
flashbacks.
not going to be able to hold up against it.
Rock's my guy. Rock's my guy.
But also, one thing I want to add is Rams team has been dominant for sure. I mean, take a peek at their schedule. I mean, the Lions have had a gauntlet, sitting at 8-5. We'll go back in time. Cardinals, they murdered, lost to Carolina, although at Carolina they're a different team. Struggling Tampa Bay team, a poor Sam Darnold was awful. San Francisco not by themselves. New Orleans with Rattler. Jacksonville, Baltimore, San Francisco, Indy, Philly. I mean, are any of these teams as good as we thought they were at the beginning of the year?
No. That is, and actually, you know what? You just set up a perfect segue into our next topic. And our next topic is anyone in the NFC actually that scary? That good? And
The Rams, to be fair.
all right. Well, but you go through all of the top teams in the NFCs have some extremely questionable losses. And to your point, where is the super impressive win for the Rams? I mean, the Seahawks game would be the most impressive win, right? But they almost blew that lead. They almost blew that game. The Seahawks were kicking the game-winning field goal in range, and it got blocked. It got blocked, or he pushed it right. I forget exactly what happened there. But that's the Rams' best win. The Rams have a loss on the road to the Panthers. The Lions have a lot of bad games, but their worst is losing to the Vikings at home. The Packers have lost to the Panthers and the Cleveland Browns. The Eagles are the Eagles, and they got blown out by the Giants. They've lost 3 straight. Seattle has lost to the Bucks, Niners, and Rams. They probably have the better resume as far as like bad losses go. But it has never been more wide open in the NFL playoffs before than this year. I have no clue who's going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the Rams are the clear cut. I mean, they're obviously betting
I would agree
as well, but I think that's the team where it's like, yeah, I mean they're good. They're just good. They're just the best team. But yeah, you're right. They're not. I mean, it's a different like thought process.
They're not
and
dynasty
going to play.
good.
Yeah,
There's
it's like going to play the Chiefs. Where it's like, God, they're going to find a way to win this game. It's like they're actually like the polar opposite fear of the Chiefs. This team's actually is better. The Chiefs are always like, God, dude, Hollywood Brown, that's who's going to torch us today, and Travis Kelce. And this team's actually loaded, but no, they're really good. But yeah, they can lose. So yeah, you're right. It's very interesting, but. Yeah, this is a big game. Big for playoff, just to see how we go play.
It's going to be playoff atmosphere in SoFi without a doubt.
Which means
there might be more Lions fans there.
Probably
I was going to say, yeah.
LA, there's no home games, whether it's Chargers or the Rams, dude. It's like Vegas. You get a lot of visiting fans there.
Yeah.
So that could be a factor in this game. And moving on, moving on to the NFC talk, the playoff talk, we'll push down here. I want to kind of finish the episode tonight talking about the NFC playoff picture. And to kind of set the stage, let's go through this, and you guys just let me know if you agree with this. So, winner of the South is getting in, obviously. That's probably Tampa Bay. 9 might have something to say about that, though. The Panthers and the Bucks played twice down the stretch. Never count out 9. But, so let's call it the Bucks, but it could be either or. But there's one team in the playoffs. Probably the Eagles. There's a chance the Cowboys could catch them. I highly, highly doubt it. So probably the Eagles are in there. You then get the winner of the West, which let's call the Rams, but it's either Rams or Seahawks. And then you get the winner of the North. We don't know who's going to win the North. So they're your 4 winners. Loser of Rams Seahawks is in. Niners are in, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. That is 6 teams. Okay? So you have the Lions, the Packers, and the Bears fighting for what's really 2 spots open in the playoffs. The Niners, just go look at the Niners schedule. They're 9-4. Their record in the NFC is impeccable. They play the Titans and the Colts with Phillip Rivers, and they're in the playoffs. The Niners will be in the playoffs. So you have the Lions. Yeah, it's insane. You got the Lions, the Bears, and the Packers fighting for 2 spots. 1 division winner and that last wild card spot. I want to know what you guys think. Do you have more confidence in the Packers making the playoffs, who have to go on the road to Chicago, go on the road to Denver, and host Baltimore? Or do you have more confidence in the Bears hosting the Lions, going on the road to San Francisco, and hosting the Packers down the stretch? We're going to leave the Lions out of it for now. Which team do you have more confidence in getting to the postseason?
I'd like to think, just because of what I believe this whole time, I'd like to think the Packers, because I think that week 18 game with us in Green Bay, or us in Chicago, I think winner goes there. That's what we've kind of been hoping for. That's kind of how I saw it. So I'm going to stick with that. But gross. Like, gross. It's not an easy game in for either team. That'd be interesting.
Gauntlets.
I'm going to say Packers, but I don't know. I'd like to say Packers for now. And week 18 decides it.
Tron.
A lot to unpack there. For sure. I do want to start off with the West. Although 10-3 Seattle, 10-3 Rams, Seattle still has a gauntlet ahead of them. They've got Indiana, albeit Phillip Rivers, but you got to stop Jonathan Taylor. Then they host the Rams. Then they go play at Carolina, which is never an easy game, and they close the year out
Tough place to win.
against 49ers.
Man, this seating's gonna be all messed up.
So I think no matter how you look at it, it's a mess. Rams don't have it easy. If we win this game, I mean, it completely blows it open. I want to see it come down to Chicago. In Detroit, correct?
No.
It's in
No.
Chicago. It's in Chicago
I
week 18.
know.
Man, it gets windy over there, man.
And cold and outside.
I believe the game this week against Cleveland is supposed to be lows of negative 20 degrees.
Like one of the coolest games ever.
We're going to see Monengai and Judkins come out purple by the end of that game. I mean, I want it to come down to that Lions-Bears game. Lions come in and play some hard-nosed ball. Don't throw the ball once, honestly, and pull it out. I don't think the Bears' offense is going to be very high-powered in the cold either. I'm not a Caleb believer. It's going to be interesting. I got the Lions making it. I got San Fran and Seattle.
Who's the other team in
and
the
then
North?
who wins the North? The Pack?
Packers win the North. Lions take the wild card.
Okay. All right.
Gross.
I am what's funny is me and Ty did this a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to stick to my guns. I think the Bears and the Lions make the playoffs. I think the Packers don't make the playoffs. I think the Packers lose this weekend to the Broncos.
So that
I think the
When does
You
Toyota
think Green Bay's, or you think Chicago sweeps them? Or you think Chicago goes and wins, not sweeps them?
I think Chicago wins. I think Chicago wins at home. And listen, let me paint a scenario for you. A lot needs to happen, but let me paint a scenario for you. If the Lions found a way to win out, which you got to win this weekend, but you find a way to win out. You win this weekend, then you get the Steelers, you get the Vikings. Expect them to win those games, and then you go on the road to Chicago. But if the Lions were to win out, the Packers go 2-2 down the stretch, where they play the Ravens, they play the Broncos, and they go on the road to Chicago. And Chicago goes 3-1 down the stretch, even, right? Because Chicago's at 9 wins. Yeah. So if Chicago were to go 3-1 down the stretch with that one loss being in Week 18 to the Lions would win the North.
Wow.
But here's what I will tell you: I am almost certain that Week 18 game, Lions at Soldier Field, will be winner goes to the playoffs, loser goes home. I have run the scenarios. I've gone through everything on the ESPN playoff predictor machine. I am telling you, it is all going to come down to that last game.
Yeah.
And if the Lions are to lose this weekend, not all hope is lost because
Not at all.
Because if the Lions go 3-1 down the stretch, they finish 11-6, but they beat the Bears, really good chance that they get in. What's insane to think about is if the Lions win this weekend, win the next two, but lose Week 18, you're an 11-6 team that is not going to the playoffs. The
That's what I was
Lions
gonna
could
say.
be 11-6 and not go to the playoffs.
That's what I was going to come back and say. Chicago's the must win. The difference going 3-1 and like winning this game compared to winning in Chicago, the percent of making playoffs is like night and day. It's hilarious. Like I mean, you want to win it, but that game in Chicago is a must win. The odds of it's like we need a lot of help if we're gonna go 3-1 and our loss to Chicago. We're gonna need a lot of help. If our loss is here, we don't need any help as long as you go 3-1 and beat Chicago. So yeah, that game is. This is fun for like what you kind of started with was like, is this a turning point? Is this where we get all hyped up again? Like, okay, we can do this. That'd be great for that reason. But that Chicago game is the game. So
It's everything.
It'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got good news and bad news for you. Bad news, Toyotathon ends January 5th. And I don't know if you guys have heard about Jordan Love during Toyotathon. Different beast. I mean, the causation is not correlation. But every year, he just heats up, middle to end of the season, playoff disappears, goes back to wherever he goes. My good news, I could see the Bears losing this week. Cold game against that Browns defense. The Browns are an NFC killer. They play hard-nosed ball. Great on the interior, great on the edges. Not easy to run the ball.
It's almost perfect timing.
7.5
Almost like
dogs.
it's perfect timing.
I mean, I would Sprinkle some money line in there. 7.5-point dogs, 300 money line. We saw what they did.
I mean, at that point, the home field advantage is gone at that point.
Yeah.
When it's that cold, dude.
Oh, yeah. And Myles Garrett going for the sack record against, I mean, he's tough to bring down, but a guy that likes to stand in the pocket for 45 seconds and
He actually is
make a
impossible
sandwich.
to sack, to be fair.
He's tough to bring down, but
he's impossible.
It's the nails, I think. I think it has slipperiness to him.
oh,
Yeah,
well,
it's a good.
I really like that advice on Browns. I love the Browns plus the 7.5 this weekend. Just for fun. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we end here. The Broncos are just, I don't know if I feel confident at them plus 2.5, but I really want to root for it. So, and then the Lions plus 5.5. That'd be a fun little money line parlay, maybe. The Browns, the Lions, and the Broncos. Everything to go right for the Lions. If that were to happen, would the Lions jump to first in the North?
Loss, win. I believe we would. We don't have the tiebreaker against either.
No,
of
because they'd be at 9.5. Yeah, because of tie.
The pack would be. Yeah, the pack would be. So, okay. Well, that would be a step in the right direction, though. And yeah, I just think, listen, kind of to close it out here, the next month is going to be so much fun in the NFL, I think, because every week just means so much. Hopefully it's fun for us as Lions fans. We'll see. But every game means so much. The Lions could, Tron, you said this, the Lions could blow this whole thing open with a win on Sunday. And I have no idea who the 1 seed is going to be in the NFC if that happens and who's getting in and who's winning what. But this is going to be a really fun home stretch, really tight playoff race. I've never seen the NFC like this before. Most years, 9-8 could get you a wild card spot, and 10-7 is pretty much guaranteeing you a wild card spot. 11-6 does not guarantee you a wild card spot this year. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
tell you what, we went out 13. We'll host games if we went out, which is
for sure
extremely important to us.
Yeah, you went out, you finished 12-5, really good chance you win the division.
And it feels like an all-around open year. I mean, Chiefs are on a down year. They more likely than not are missing the playoffs.
They're out.
Houston looks
Bills
like
stink.
Just off the defensive
Dude,
side.
I know.
I mean,
they're so bad at football.
I'm going to be 100% honest. If I had to watch Jared Goff against J.C. Horn in Carolina, I would probably piss my pants. I do not think I could watch him play that defense.
How fun would that be, though?
Oh, my, miserable for me.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be good coming in. It's exciting stuff. Now we're done with bye weeks. It's all go now.
Yeah. All systems go. 4 weeks, 4 games left. It's going to be wild. And a lot is going to happen. A lot of flip-flopping. You don't know that you're in until week 18's done. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Mitchell, we're going to let you any closing words to the listeners tonight? As you sat here for, about an hour, thinking about Sherrone and everything that's going on there, any closing thoughts for fans?
You guys just helped me paint this beautiful picture that the next 4 to 5 weeks of our lives are going to be packed. NFL football, Michigan job, Tarek Skubal. We didn't even bring that up. Where is he going to be?
Oh, we didn't bring it up.
I mean, we have a lot going on. A lot of closure is going to be coming soon. Can't wait to see it. Let's get a win this week and just move on to the next episode.
Love it. Love it.
Love it. Appreciate it. All right. We are going to be back, and we're going to bring Mitchell back because we have to talk Scuba. We have to talk Tigers. I've been wanting to do it forever. I want to have this Tigers off-season talk, but too much craziness today with Sherrone Moore and Michigan head coach opening, and then we had to talk NFL. So with that, it was episode 43. Appreciate everybody for listening, and like and subscribe.
Yes, share.
We are Charlie.
Yes, sir.